This is Staff Sergeant Varel McDavid. For this week's Man on the Street, we asked certain members of Team Incirlik what their experience was at the Istanbul Marathon.
Cold and wet, but fun. We had a great time. I went with a fairly large group, and we stayed right in Sultanahmet, not too far from the finish line actually, and got a chance to not only participate in the 33rd Intercontinental Eurasian Marathon, but we also got a chance to see a lot of the local culture and see some of the historical sites. So all in all, it was a great experience.
It was awesome. It was my first marathon. Weather was kind of crappy though. It was really windy, rainy, but other than that, it was a really good time.
My experience at the Istanbul Marathon was that it was a surreal experience. It was incredible to start in Asia and cross into Europe, and we ran in the rain, and despite the terrible weather, we had an awesome experience.
Well, I ran the 15K, and I use run in the most general sense of the words. But when we got there, it was probably about 40 degrees. We're all huddled up in a big hug, trying to stay warm for the 2 hours that it took us to get from the hotel until the race started. And it was just an amazing experience. It was very well run. They had water probably about every 5 kilometers. People were cheering. And the thing about Istanbul is that you have people from all over the world who are there purely on tourism, but also for the actual marathon. So they had people cheering us, and I don't even know how many languages, and I just had a great experience. We went there with a big group of people. People waited for the others to finish or to cheer on the marathoners, us who ran the 15K, and I had a great time. It was a good experience, and it sort of caught the bug for long distance running.
The Istanbul Marathon for me was an experience within an experience. I learned a lot of my own strengths and weaknesses that I didn't know I had. Some of the elements that were against me at the time was the weather. So it was like very cold and very rainy, which affected my mood and my motivation towards doing the run. Once I started the run, however, it became exhilarating for me. It allowed me to push through when I thought that I couldn't do it. Seeing the other members from Incirlik there with me allowed for me to keep going even more. So overall, I thought it was awesome. I would definitely do it again or recommend someone else to do it.
And that was your Man on the Street. And those were just a few members of Team Incirlik that participated in the marathon. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions, or suggestions, or if there's a question you'd like me to ask Team Incirlik, please send it to the following email.